It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
That gives me chills every time I see it. The only question you should ask yourself now is, where should you go next? Ali Midawi here with you on our brand new installment of the Yup Daily. And I'm excited because the last 3 weeks, literally, I came to you live from Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talked a lot about social media and business development and recruiting specifically. For those of you who are in direct sales, who are in network marketing, who are solopreneurs as well, how you can leverage social media to build and develop a business. And everything that I've taught you, I've learned from my own mentors, incredible individuals, top 100 earners globally. And I hope that it was as impactful for you as it definitely has been an impact for myself over the last couple of years. But today we're starting a brand new journey, and we're going to talk specifically about how to crush it with live videos. That's right. Today I start you in a brand new journey, and you may get uncomfortable. You may have to get uncomfortable, but I can tell you this 100%. I know for a fact that I can get you there. You with me? Ali Midawi here, and I am Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project. We are an entrepreneurial community that provides everyday average entrepreneurs the resources and tools to start, grow, or scale a business. And there's also a turnkey operation that is ready for you at a low cost should you want to start a business as well. So let me say hello and good morning to some of my incredible people. And I want to give you a major update. And this is being worked on as we speak, but the content that you are watching in this Yup Daily, wherever you may be watching it around the world, whether we are on Twitter right now, we are on YouTube, we are in multiple Facebook groups as we speak, but we are very, very soon, and I'm working on this personally, going to launch a brand new podcast where all of this content is going to be transitioned and edited, of course, for a podcast that's going to be coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. So for those of you who like to have a university in your own car, for those of you who are before and after work, you would like to listen, well, we're about to launch a brand new one as well that's being worked on. I have no date for you. Don't hold me to it, but we're definitely going to be working on it very, very soon. So this week, and we're going to work on live video, whether it's Facebook Live or whether it's Instagram Live. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to have some friends with me. People who are crushing it in TikTok, people who are crushing it on Snapchat, people who are crushing it on Instagram, and of course here on Facebook as well. And when I say crushing it, I'm not talking about just creating funny videos. I'm talking about converting those videos into making money. So let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad that you are in here with me from wherever you may be around the world. You are amazing. All right, first things first, are you ready to master those video marketing strategies? Are you ready to become an authority in your own length, in your own area, in your own niche. See, one thing that I've learned, and I've heard this from Grant Cardone, he said, your problem is not lack of skill or talent. Rather, your problem is lack of visibility. The world doesn't know who you are. They don't know anything about you. Therefore, if I can't see you, I don't know your value. And if I don't know your value, I certainly am not going to be doing business with you. So it's absolutely important for you to understand that if you want to build a successful business, and I mean a business that you are enjoying and thriving in week in and week out, well, it is very important for you to build a following. So what better way that I can build a following besides showcasing my voice, my tonality, my eye contact, my personality, my good and bad side, right? My mistakes, my flaws. And when you do that with authenticity, it allows your audience to connect with you at such a deeper personal level, meaning that how many of you would agree with me right now that many of you, as you're watching this, we've never met physically, we've never been in the same physical place, but you feel like we've known each other for a very long time. You feel like we've been hanging out, and it happened many, many times. I'll tell you this. Live video broadcasts in Facebook or Periscope and different platforms, it's been around since 2015. So we're going on 6 years now, right? And when I finally meet somebody, and it happened when we had a summit in Florida back in January. It happened when we had different events in overseas in Mexico and whatnot. And when I meet somebody for the very first time that have been following my content or my videos or what have you, it's literally a matter of like, hey, what's going on? A hug, and we hang out as like we don't need to say, so tell me about yourself. Like it feels like we've had a long relationship. And that's because I come live before you. It is not scripted. Yeah, I have my own bullet points to say in order, but I speak to you as if you're just hanging out with me right now at my own place. So let's talk about it. Live videos is the very fastest way to build a following. Live videos is the best way to create engagement. Live videos is the best way to create credibility, because I know it's the real thing. It's like I'm opening a window into your house and I get to see what I get to actually see. So in the beginning, doing live videos every single day is probably your very best bet. And I know it's the scary thing to hear when I said every single day. So I'll tell you what I do. I know that I have to earn my stripes, right? I have to build a continual, guaranteed, I'm not going to quit on your message. And what better way to doing this but showing up every single day, day in and day out. Whether you are showing up for me or not, I'm still showing up for you. Whether you're watching live or not, I'm still going to watch. Now, imagine doing that for your own audience. And the second part to that, why it needs to be every single day, and side note, at the same exact time, and I kind of talked to you about this before, is that as human beings, we are habitual species, right? Everything we do is out of habit. We eat at the same time. We go to sleep for the most part at the same time. We work in the same places around the same time, right? We have a routine. We have a traditional way of doing things day in and day out. So when you are going live at a specific time, at a specific time of the day, every day, hopefully, you're creating a habit for those select few that are following you. Now, you may say, well, Ali, I only have 2 people that are watching. If you have that mindset, you have already failed, because you're dismissing that those 2 people took the time and the energy and the money out of their life to give you their attention. And you're saying, oh, I only have 2 people. That's not the way of going about it. The way of going about it is, I got 2 people who see value in me, and I'm going to impact them so much that they're going to start sharing and tell everybody about it. So think impact, not attention. Impact is what creates the attention. Most of us say, if I have the attention, then I can create an impact. No, if you create the impact first, the attention naturally is going to come. Does that make sense? Somebody drop the word impact if that absolutely makes sense for you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's go ahead and get after it. So important reminder, if you're not doing live videos, and I say this all the time, you are operating on what I like to call the fax machine. We know of it. We know it existed in the past, but are we really using it? Not really. Is anybody saying like, hey, don't text or don't email? Let's look for a fax machine. No, you're playing in a very, very small, forgotten space if you're saying belly to belly is the way to go for me. No, belly to belly exists and it is absolutely important after you bring the masses to you, and social media and live videos allow you to do it. I mean, just think about it right now. There's 27 people that I'm talking to live right now as we speak that I have direct impact and direct interaction with right now as we speak. You got to do the same exact thing for yourself. So the hard truth is, most people are not going to buy your product. Most people are not going to do business with you. Most people, and I'm talking about myself too, most people are not going to see that what I do is as of value to them, right? It's just the way it is. I focus on maybe 10% of my audience I know will end up doing business with me. Matter of fact, if you look at any successful company, they usually have less than 12% of their audiences that end up doing business with them. According to Facebook analytics, when you do a Facebook Live, your chances of creating a sale increases by 70%, but you still get less than 10% of that audience that is watching to end up doing business with you. So these are good numbers if you are a numbers person. As a matter of fact, if you are or you're not, it's important to understand, okay, if I'm talking to 10 people, I have one person that are possibly going to do business with me. And you're not thinking, well, I have 10 people and only one person did business. No, that's just the nature of the beast. Whether you have 100 million followers or whether you have one follower, the numbers don't lie. So with that fact in place, you're competing for attention, not for the sale. Meaning that there's someone right now that is out marketing you. They are marketing you. There is someone right now that is giving more value than you. There's someone right now just for going live every single day. They're grabbing your audience right away from you. So instead of saying, again, when I have the attention, I will create the impact, you have to say, I will work so hard to give as much of myself as possible to my audience that my audience has no choice but to say, I got to go watch this guy. This guy is training me as if I'm paying him every single day. By the way, that's how I literally come before you in here every single day. Whether we do business or not is secondary to me. I want to make sure that you know I'm the guy that you need to spend that 20 minutes with every single day, because that 20 minutes, I'll give you everything that I've created almost $2 billion worth of sales in the last 14 years collectively in different companies and projects. So this is why I come with a mindset of, I'm going to pour so much onto you that you're not going to be falling in a trap of shiny objects. You're going to understand, got it, good. Let's go for it and let's make it happen. So here's the thing. How would you feel about people reaching out to you for advice? Wouldn't that be a cool thing? Because when somebody says, hey, I saw you using this app. What app is that? Or, hey, I saw you doing this with that video. What do you use? Or, hey, how do you come up with your content? What they're actually telling you is, I see value in you. You are teaching me something. You are a valuable person. When there's value, money usually follows. See, we don't sell our time, right? Like that's a traditional business or a traditional job, right? You sell your time in exchange for a specific activity in order to make that money. In this space as a solopreneur, it's he or she who is given the most value is the one who is going to be the most compensated. So what value are you offering? If you know exactly how to become an authority in business, wouldn't that actually be amazing? See, the problem is not that you are not going live. The problem is that your limiting beliefs are telling you, what are we going to talk about today, Ali? I mean, do people even care about live videos? Those limiting beliefs end up convincing you of, yeah, I don't think I should be doing this live thing. Or, you know what, maybe I'll just do tomorrow. Or maybe let me read one more chapter of my book. Or let me go ahead and watch another video and take some notes. And next thing you know, what ends up happening? Nothing. Someone else already did 5 videos, a bunch of TikToks and snaps and dominating in Insta stories by the time you realize, yeah, I think I want to talk about this very specific content. So let's talk about doing a live every single day, starting today, right? Today is April 26th. Let's just do it for the next 5 days, starting today. Your homework every single day is going live. You're ready for it? I'm going to give you the content. I'm going to give you the topic. If you want me to give you the topic every single day, drop topic. And here's what I want you to do. Today, every one of you is going live, whether you're watching this on a replay or whether you're watching it live. You're going to go and give your takeaway notes from what you're learning right now as we speak. And it could go just like this. Hey, everybody, Ali here. So I just was on an incredible training session that I had this morning, and I learned the importance of Facebook Lives. And a fun fact that I learned, that the average entrepreneur that is doing things right usually gets about 10% of their audience to end up doing business with them. And I didn't know that. See, I was always thinking, man, I only have one person that's doing business with me out of 10, but I'm actually doing really, really good. And I wanted to share that information with you. Also, I learned how to create content, how to create topic, anything that you're learning from now until Friday. I want you to go live and actually just share the world, share what you've learned with the world. Is that okay? Is that too much to ask? Just take what I'm sharing and just teach it to someone else. It's called ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach. You're investing your time with me right now. You're learning a few things, or God willing, you are learning a few things, and then you're going to go teach it to the world. Why is that an important piece of the puzzle? Because now you become that point of value. You become that person that everybody is interested in. You become that person that the world want to talk to. They're going to be like, oh man, at the end of that video, say, tomorrow I'll be back with you, same time, same place, with a brand new educational piece. See, now you're taking my information tomorrow, and now you're starting to develop your own habit. You have, by the way, everybody online, this is full disclaimer. You have my full blessing, my full yes, permission. You can take all these notes and make them your own. I don't need you to give me credit or tag me. Just go and share with the world. Is that cool or what? I think that is cool, right? Okay, so let's talk about a few different ways that you can literally create some content. As a matter of fact, before I even talk to you about content, let me tell you why it is important for you, as it is for me, to create these live videos every single day. Number one, I see the only way that I can gain clarity of my niche, or the best route for me to build a business, is for me to come out live every single day, because one video is going to go ridiculously crazy, right? A lot of interaction, a lot of feedback, great content, the best one yet. The next one may be crickets, right? And that's going to give me, the content that I focused on yesterday had a lot more. Like, I'll tell you what I learned in the last 3 weeks. You guys love scripts. I mean, the more I gave you scripts, the more love and engagement and messages I was getting from everybody. Can I please have those scripts? Can I please have those scripts? So that was like, I should create some more scripts, and I should share more scripts that I have worked for me. I got some for you this week as well. But in any case, so you want to make sure that this allows you to gain full clarity on the message, on the branding that you want to build for yourself. The second thing is to fine tune your own vision in your own voice. See, the first live is going to be like, so I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. The next one will be like, hey, my God, I can't believe I'm doing the second one. The third one is going to be like, hey, I'm back. Number 3. And then little by little, you find your own voice. You find your own comfort. You find your own confidence. And it becomes like, look at him. He's so natural. They don't see what actually happened on day one. I actually remember my first live. It was the worst thing ever. And right, it's like one of those, let's just not talk about that day. But in any case, so making sure that it gives you your own voice and figure out your own vision. Making sure that you figure out what you want to talk about. Once you find out what I'm really, really good at as far as the message that I'm providing, it becomes a natural habit for you to just easily create content every single day. It allows you to conquer your small thinking once and for all, because again, the reason you're not doing a live every single day, it is limited beliefs. You're thinking too small. Oh, somebody already talked about this. There's 7.4 billion people in the world. That one person may be talking to 100. I don't care if they're talking to 1 million people. There's 7.4 billion people in the world. You know how many people I talk to, and I'm like, do you know who Grant Cardone is? And they're like, well, I never heard of him. I ask them, well, how about Gary Vee? Do you know who that is? No. How about Les Brown? And I get shocked. They say no. And I'm like, man, look at me thinking that these legends have taken the platforms all over the world. Well, in reality, there's plenty of people around the world for all of us to teach, for all of us to give value to. So I ask of you, it's very, very important for you to provide so you can conquer your small thinking. Creating successful broadcasts to build your following and make more sales. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. This is important. Evangelina, I'm going to answer your question. What do we do if we have to travel? Well, you can do it from the airport. You can do it from the car. You can make an early video and say, hey guys, Tomorrow I'm traveling and I'm not going to be able to do live. However, I'm going to be doing it at this time. You just got to communicate with your audience. Your audience will show you love. Trust me, I travel more than most, and I always make it around. In any case, so making sure that you create a successful broadcast, the more you're doing it, like what you're seeing right now, this was not it. I used to go hide in my son's bedroom when he's playing in his playroom, and I would have like a little tiny stand, you know, one of those you buy from like Five and Below or the dollar store, and that was it. That was literally it. Now I have 2 studios that are attached one to the other. The green screen, I have a black screen, I have a ring light over there, I have like a whole bunch of studio lights all the way around. That came way after. Just start broadcasting. It is your message that gives the value, not the presentation of the value itself. Trust me when I tell you that, okay? Now, eventually, again, you want to work your way. You don't want to just stay comfortable because you'll be, you know, identified as another person with a cell phone, but you want to work your way up afterwards, okay? Stand out and attract your ideal prospect. What does that mean really when you hear stand out? And here's the thing. For me personally, one, dress to impress. You know, I don't have pajama pants underneath. Like I'm dressed up. Like I got shoes on and everything. like I dress up as if I'm meeting with you in person because it puts me in a state of mind of I'm meeting with multi-million-dollar earners, and I have to make sure that I honor their time by making sure I show up. I actually address myself how I want to address others. So if I'm meeting with you, I'm hoping that at least you'll be casual business, but you'll be respectful enough that you don't look like a slob. Making sure that behind you, you don't have your bedroom with all your laundry around, or like your bed is not even done. Making sure that you respect your audience, like stand with a wall behind you for all I care, but making sure that I respect you. You know, here's what I've learned. If you were to meet with you know, either Jeff Bezos, you know, one of whomever you admire in business, how would you introduce yourself? Where would you meet? How would you speak? Well, you don't have to compromise who you are, but you obviously have to make sure that you honor that person that's giving you their time. I respect the heck out of you every single day, that I will do everything in my power. I prepare notes sometimes for an hour before this Yelp Daily, just so I can give you the best version of me. I expect you to do the same exact thing for your audience. Otherwise, guess what? We all bail on you. We all say, who's watching? Who cares? I'll scroll up. So it's very, very important that you show up for your audience. Last but not least, identify your brand and crush a Facebook Live every single day. So brand identity is not something that's going to come to you on day one. Let me explain. Let's say you go on a date, right? It's day one. You introduce yourself, you're being very, very good, but there's a cultivation of that relationship before it ends up being to the natural, healthy reaction to one another, to the comfort that you need to have, right? Like my wife and I have been together for 18 years. For those of you who are like, oh, the notes are so cute. The notes started 7 years ago, and I take pride of them every single day. But guess what? It took me 18 years to get my relationship with my wife to where it is right now. 18 years. Married for 13 years this October. But it took some time, a long time, to learn about one another and cultivate one another and identify what is my role in this relationship. What is my love language toward this woman, right? It's the same thing for your brand identity. If you just say, I'm an author, yeah, that's great. That's like me saying, I'm a man, I'm a husband. Like, that's a title, but that's not the identity. It is only the activity that follows it. It is the consistent messaging over a period of time. And we'll talk about that. I promise you, I'm going to work with you on your brand as well. But you have to hound on this live video thing. If you're not comfortable doing live videos, you're going to struggle a little bit in business. I'm not saying you're not going to be successful. There's a million ways to $1 million. But in my experience, the fastest way that you can create the authority, the influence, the credibility that you want to have as an influencer, as an authority in a very, very busy social world, it is live videos. And I commend you today to show up for yourself. So here's, again, a reminder for your homework for today. You're going live and you're going to share today's note. I just was on a Facebook Live. You don't have to recognize my name or my brand. and here's what I learned. And making sure that you are sharing with abundance. Don't hold back. And let everybody know I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'm going to share with you more information. As a matter of fact, I'll give you what tomorrow's topic is going to be. Tomorrow is going to be defining your content, how to actually create content. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow. So that's what you're going to share with your audience. And tomorrow I'll be back and I'm going to teach you how to create content, your message, your audience, your influence. Is that a deal or what? That's pretty good, right? Now, here's the last thing for your homework. Come back in this very live and drop the actual link for your Facebook Live. I want to see how good you're doing. I want all of us to go over there to your live and drop one. Good job. You did amazing, amazing information. Imagine how all of us collaborate and help one another. Now, why am I doing this with you? Because in our community, it is all about entrepreneurs empowering entrepreneurs. It's about unlimited coaching and masterminds and modules for all of our active members. And if you're not part of our community, consider it. Tag somebody or add somebody or talk to somebody who added you in here or showed you this information and say, hey, can I see how I can be part of this community? I keep hearing about it every single day because we're in 6 continents and we're finalizing our IPO. That's right, baby. NASDAQ, here we go. I appreciate and I thank you. And I cannot wait tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I will be teaching you how I personally create content. With that, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Peace out, everybody. Ciao, ciao.